Stress is a mental and physical reaction to life changes. Most people think that the senior year of high school is stress-free once college applications are finished, which really couldn't be further from the truth. It's just a balancing act.
Like, honestly, the worst exam ever was calculus, though. Like, I had no clue what I was talking about. Like, I literally went from, like, an E to a D. Like, I don't care anymore. I was like, oh. And then, like, during the, like, free response little jiggy, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, it was just, like, a big blob of nothing. I don't care. It's like, I totally forgot what I was doing. You killed my Ross. I love you, though. Peace.
Like, the college stuff was like all last semester. I was done December 1st, but it was just the waiting for all the responses, and then finally, like, when I got into all of the colleges I applied to, it was a great relief. Even though, I only got in for the spring for one of my colleges, but it's better than not getting in at all, right?
Basically how I decided to college. I'm going to South Carolina. It's to Furman University. It's a small college with about 2,700 students, but it's 750 acres. Well, it's not a big name school, and it's not something that's a place that's well known, but it's still amazing college. And I didn't want to go to any college that's like really big known, because there it's huge schools and not necessarily best teachers. Most of a lot of classes are taught by TAs because professors are involved in their own research. So that's what I thought, that if I want to go to a school, I would go to a liberal arts school and a small school. So out of all the choices I had, I decided to go to Burnet because it's incredibly beautiful. It has a lot of the top professors from a lot of places. Yeah, and I'm going to be probably majoring in economics and biology.
I didn't get from top choice school, which is very, it was very hurtful and, frustrating because, all my friends got into their top schools, and they got their second choice school, and I didn't like my safety school that I got into. I didn't feel that it represented me in a sense, and that was frustrating in a sense, and I stopped caring about school. My grades finally went down a little bit, and I just stopped caring, and I hate talking about, colleges or my friends because they get into their top schools, and I didn't, and I don't really want to go to my safety schools, and so that was frustrating also.
I have officially decided that I am taking a gap year from going to college, and that's pretty exciting but also nerve-wracking because you don't really know what you're going to do with your gap year. It's more like you're planning your own thing, so I may take a job, have a job and write my stories some more because I like to write. It's more of a freedom for me to do what I want, and then I think everyone misunderstands the gap year because everyone thinks the gap year is just oh, you're just gonna play around, horse around, but I have the specific goals I'm gonna do. I might be going to MC to take a couple classes, and that's exciting to improve my GPA, and then I may reapply to schools in next year, August. so I may apply to different schools. I may apply to schools more in the South. I don't know what I want to do, so I may look around, like look at colleges during my gap year and see what I want to do with my life, because I have no idea. Like, if I walk into college now, I'll be undecided. I just want to take the gap year to really understand myself and to really experience myself, rather going up to college and like embracing the unknown. I'm not really sure myself what to embrace.
Unlike the typical second semester senior, I still believe in looking at a report card I am at least somewhat proud of. So I'm still working and doing all of my work, which is not fun and very, very stressful because there's a ton of it and AP's next week. So yeah, lots of studying this weekend. But then I'm also doing lots of community service projects because, well, community service is awesome and I should totally do it. But it's just really time consuming and I might not have enough time to study. And then I'll have to write a speech for Chinese Honor Society and I also have to tutor people, which doesn't leave me a lot of time to write a speech. I think the reason that second semester senior year is stressful, even though it has a reputation for being so laid back, is that all of the things that you worried about are on a much larger scale and they start to become real, you know. The exams you've prepared for, well, at least for me in the IB program, the exams you've prepared for 2 years, you know, 2-year courses that you've taken, you have to actually put that into practice, and all the college applications are now, you're accepted, you have to make your decisions. You're about to graduate, which is really the culmination of your entire public education, and you just, everything starts becoming real, and you don't really have a way of dealing with that. There are plenty of ways to prepare and study, but once it's real, there's nothing you can do. And in a way, when you have nothing to do, that's the most stressful, because you have no reaction, you have no course of letting out all those expectations and all your whatever nervous anticipations you have. They're going to become real and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just time. So I think the reason it's so stressful is that you have no way to deal with it. And seniors do nothing. You know, we'll sleep in class more or we'll goof around more, but it's actually more stressful because things start really mattering. Like, you feel like they matter in junior year and stuff when you have to, I don't know, you have to study for the test that you're going to have in 2 years. But once it's real, then you realize that the little problems are actually becoming true. And I guess that's why you're starting to face the consequences of all your actions.
Senior year requires students to balance many aspects of their lives, but everyone makes it to graduation.